Hi you guys. Miss Maggie and Miss Baylie again. We're here for Acro. Did you know today we're actually filming on Tuesday, not Wednesday. Today is Miss Bailey's birthday. Yay! Woo!
26.
Woo! Are we really 26? Oh wow. We're old. Okay. To get started, first we're gonna do. Last week we did some like stretch conditioning, and this week we're gonna do some deep stretches. So, if you aren't already warm, like if you haven't been dancing already today, I think that you need to go and you need to do a warm up. So, there are
Jumping jacks.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of videos that you can just go to a dance really quick and just warm up your muscles before you do this deep stretch, because I don't want to need you getting hurt doing this stretch. Yeah.
So just get your muscles where they feel a little tingly.
It's a little loud.
Let me turn this down. And if you're in a hurry and you can't find one of those dances and do another one of those dances, do some jumping jacks, jog in place, do some bottom kicks, something to get your muscles warm.
Yeah. So first we're gonna start out, and I'm gonna call it a bear position. It's kind of like a downward dog if you're doing yoga, but not really. So your feet need to be standing apart, and you're gonna bend over and walk your hands out until you're in a triangle position. Your heels can be off the ground, but we're just gonna be sitting and pushing our tailbones back to the back wall. So this is my little bear. I'm just gonna hold this for just a minute. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take your right foot. I'm not mirroring you, so if you want to do your left foot, that's fine. We're gonna lift it up as high as you can and hold it. Now just swoop that leg forward, boop, 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 boop. Uh-oh, into a lunge. I'm not on the mat anymore. Yeah. So we're just gonna hold this lunge for a bit. Okay, good. Now bring these arms up. You're gonna rotate. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't be on this mat. Trial and error. So your front toe is still going to be facing towards the wall. Your back toe is now facing parallel. So my toe is facing that way, so Miss Bailey's. But we're still in a nice deep lunge. If you need to hold your arms out here to balance yourself, you can. Or you can put your hands on your waist here, or put them on your leg here. We're just going to hold it here. You're going to start to feel a little bit of burn in your thigh. If you do feel a burn, you can straighten up that front leg, count 1, 2, and then come back down into this lunge, okay? What arm do we decide? Left? Yep. Okay. To get a little bit deeper of a stretch, we're going to bring our front arm down and touch the ground. If you can't touch the ground, just hold it here. But if you can't touch the ground, great. Nice little stretch. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you can wrap your hands around here. Hold it. You should feel a nice little burn in your hip. Again, if you need to, you can straighten up that leg and hold it. Just come back whenever you can. Good. Meet back here. Sorry, Bailey. And meet back up in this deep lunge. Now let's swoop back into our regular lunge. You feeling the burn yet, Miss Maggie?
You should definitely be feeling it in your upper thigh area.
And right now you should be really stretching out your hips. Now let's push that right foot back and let's hold a plank for a bit.
Remember, bottoms down, try to keep your back flat.
All right, slowly drop down, as slow as you can. Tuck your toes back under so your feet are on the ground. And we're gonna push up and hold. We're stretching out our back here. Your shoulders should be pressed down. Don't let your shoulders come up like you're wearing earrings. Bring those shoulders down. You should feel it nice in your lower back. Okay, let's tuck your back toe, tuck your toes down, and we're just gonna push ourselves back into that bear position. You can kind of walk your feet into it.
is my back.
Okay, let's bring that left leg up straight, hold it. All right, let's swoop it into that lunge with your left leg forward. Remember, we're not mirroring you today, so if you want to just do your right leg now, if you did your left leg before, that's okay. Oh, this is a nice relaxing, this one is compared to what we did the other. You should feel a nice stretch in between your legs here, like on your hips, I guess. Yep. Okay, let's come up. Remember, this front leg stays pointed forwards. The back leg points towards the other wall. You're gonna keep a nice deep lunge. I'm sliding a little bit here. If you need to hold your arms up, that's great. If you wanna put your hands on your waist, or if you need to hold your hands here to kind of hold yourself up, it doesn't really matter. As long as we're getting a nice burn here, yeah. Nice stretch and burn.
If you focus on your toe being forward, your front toe being forward, and your back toe facing the wall, you should feel the stretch if you're leaning into it.
All right, let's bring that front leg down. Again, your goal is to touch the floor here, but if you need a deeper stretch, you can reach back or even grab your hands. But if you can't do any of that and you just need to hang, that's fine too. I don't know why this right foot is slippery.
I know, mine's slipping too.
Okay, let's come here if you weren't already here. And up and hold. The second hold is really hard. My leg's burning. Yeah. And down to lunge. Whoo!
And if you're not feeling a burn, you should probably evaluate what you're doing wrong and try to fix it, because this should be burning and my legs are hurting a little bit.
And back to plank. Let's hold it. Yeah, for sure. If it doesn't burn, that means you're not listening to instructions and you're not watching what our bodies are doing. Keep your bottoms down. All right, let's slowly drop down and push up. Remember, those back toes are straight on the floor now. All right, let's push back into a child's pose here. You're reaching forward with your hands as far as you can, shoulders pressed down.
You should feel the stretch right here on your back of your shoulder blades.
All right, let's come up to all fours here. And now tuck your toes and back up in this bear. And let's walk it up to a fold over. This Maggie can't necessarily touch your toes, but touch your toes as best you can. Let your upper body hang, okay? Wearing a sweater was a bad idea. All right, come up. Let's step out. We're gonna come into second position. I want your toes pointed outwards. We're gonna come into a plie with our arms in T for balance. We're gonna hold it there for an 8 count. And then after that, we're gonna do toe lifts. So we're gonna start with our left foot and we're gonna just come into plie. Plie, that's not the right word. Releve. So up and down and up and down. And we're gonna try to stay in the plie as best as we can. If you need to come up and give your thighs a rest, please do. But try to catch back up. We're only gonna do 8 on each side. So we're gonna hold, 8, up, hold, 8, up, to give us a nice little break, okay? All right, ready? And down. Let's hold that. All right, let's do our left toe lifts. Ready? Go. 1, down, 2, down, and up. Good. Take a second.
You should feel it down your legs right here.
And down. Ready, lift, go. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, and 7, and 8, down, up. Shake out those knees a little bit. Now come back out to second. Want your arms out into T. We're gonna fold over into a flat back and hold. Really sit those hips back. And drop, let your hands completely be on the floor this time, if you can. Okay, let's walk over to your left side. Hold your leg. Now bend your back knee, and up. Bend your back knee, and up.
You should feel this on the back end of your thigh.
Bend your back knee, up, bend, and up. 2 more, bend, and up, and bend, and up. Walk back to the center. That's okay. And walk to the right side. Ready, let's bend, bend, and up, bend, and up, bend, and up, bend, and up. 3 more, bend, and up, bend, and up, bend, and up, and to center. Now what I want you to do is I want you to slide out this leg and bend this knee and sit completely on it. You want your foot, your heel to be down, which meaning you're sitting back. You shouldn't be sitting forward. You should be sitting back as far as you can. Your knee should be over your ankle. So that means you need to push your body this way. Yeah, hold it. Now flex your right foot and point, flex, and point, flex, and point, flex, and point, flex, and point. Now, if you can, I want you to bring your arms up and switch over to the other side. If you need to use your hand to push yourself over, you can, but if not, you need to reach up and reach down, okay? Again, your knee needs to be over your ankle. You need to be sitting backwards. You don't want to sit too far over to the side. You should really feel this stretch right here.
I'm feeling it very much on the side.
Yes. Flex your foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. And slide in a second. Oh, I know. Let's just hold. Let's, if you can, fold forwards. If you can't, just push forwards here. I'm kind of obsessed with this song. This new Lady Gaga song. All right, shake out those legs. We just did a pretty intense hip and leg stretch. I would suggest that you need to do an actual dance after this to get your legs kind of relaxed after that, because it was pretty intense. And if you can't do that, maybe take like a bubble bath tonight if you can, or do a light stretch right before bed tonight, because that was a pretty deep stretch and I don't want you to be too sore tomorrow, okay?
And then, so next we're gonna go into some of the bridge-ups. I'm gonna count some bridges for you guys. We're not gonna do them with you, but I'm gonna count them out, and then we're gonna go over, I'm gonna take my sweater off this week. We're gonna go over the rock-ups that we do in the dance, because I know some of us still struggle with those and try to put our hands down and have our legs apart when we do those. And then at the very end, Miss Maggie's gonna go over the deer leap one more time with you guys. We went over that like at the first video when all this started, so I think it's a good time to go ahead and go over that again. So I want everybody to lay on their backs, and we'll do 2 bridge ups since we stretch our hips pretty good. Instead of doing 3, we'll just do 2 today. So I want everybody to lay on their backs. We're gonna count out 5, 6, 7, 8. I want everybody up on 1. We'll count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone down on the next one. Okay? So everybody on your backs. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down 1. So I want everybody to start rolling their backs out. Stretch your wrists. Whatever you need to do before you do the next one. And so lay on your back. And get ready. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down on 1. And roll your back out again. And I want you to stretch your wrists. One good way to stretch your wrists, other than just rolling them out. And remember, if, like Miss Maggie said in a couple videos ago, if you have wrist braces, you need to be wearing them whenever you're practicing these so that you don't hurt yourself more. So you can lean forwards, turn your hands backwards, and just lean backwards, and you should feel a stretch here on the back of your arm. Don't pull too far and hurt yourself, but you should feel a little bit of tension right there. And then I want you to flip your hands over to where the tops of your hands are on the ground, and just push down a little bit, and you should feel a little bit of tension there. But again, don't push too far. Okay, so now we're going to go over just the roll up from your bridge ups, which we do quite a few times in the dance.
At least once, for sure.
So I'm just going to get down as if I just came out of my bridge up, and then Miss Maggie's going to count for me.
I think it's, you go back 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 5, 6, down 7, 8, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have her roll back 1, 2, right? 1, 2,
6, down 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And when you roll, ideally, we want your toes pointed, your hands behind your legs, and a roll back.
Yeah. Do you see how her knees are closed? Do you mind rolling? I know it's awkward in the video, but look, watch Miss Baylie. Watch when she rolls. Her knees stay shut when she rolls. A lot of us have.
We do this.
Yeah, a lot of parents really watch for that because a lot of our kiddos really open up their knees when they're rolling back, which makes it look really sloppy. So.
Yeah, and especially when they're coming up too. Like, you're not gonna be able to see. I'll do it both ways. I'll do it sideways and front ways. But a lot of them too, when they're coming up, sorry, this is an awkward position, but they're trying to come up like this with their legs forwards. We want them coming up with their legs together and stepping out. So I'll do it this way first 2 times, and then I'll do it front ways 2 times.
Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Sorry.
We're gonna, as if we're going down on 7, 8. Sorry.
5, 6, down 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see Miss Baylie doesn't, use her hands really even to get up at all? It's all of those core muscles that we worked on last week, and then all those core muscles that we've really been working on all year. So
we want it to be, the getting up should be quick. So like if you notice, I'm not the fastest, but I roll back and I'm up.
Well, she's up on her count, which is the most important part.
Yeah, and it's quick and it's not like, yeah, we don't want this. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, okay? We'll do it one more time facing sideways.
Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That one I went a little sideways.
But her knees stayed shut the whole time, even though she went sideways, even though she fell to the side. Her knees stayed shut and she still pulled upwards. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Last time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay. Very good, Miss Baylie. Oh,
So, if you really baguettes will be the last thing we'll go over.
I'm gonna face this way.
Practice those more than just the 2 times that we did them. That's something really easy you can do. Sorry to go on fast. But that's something really easy that you can do in front of the TV. Is just roll on your back, come up. Just constantly do that. And just work on not letting those knees fall apart.
For these deer leaps, it's right after we do this part. So we're here. We're gonna cross with our left foot, remember. So we cross and plie. That plie is really important because that's what helps us get our jump over. So if you're just crossing here, that's not gonna work. And a lot of our dancers also try to cross here with our feet really close together. And that's not gonna work either because now my legs are twist tied. So you're gonna wanna take a nice step forward and cross. So you have room to unfold that leg there. So we cross. We cross on one. Again, a nice step forward, cross one, plie. You unfold this leg into passe and jump this leg out to the side. Our knees are facing the front there. Well, this left knee is facing the front. This right knee is facing up because it's in passe. So I'm just going to do that. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, leap, 2. Oh, I lied to you. I'm sorry. This knee does come up to the ceiling as well. So we're both turned out. Okay? Which actually makes more sense. I don't know why I said that.
And make sure when you're doing this leap that your toe, you're focusing on pointing your toe. And then when how she was saying that her foot goes across and it's not super wrapped, she's about a foot, give or take, in front of her other foot. So about that far. So just make sure that you have that space, because I think that's, like she said, that's where a lot of y'all are getting tied up, is that you can't actually leap high enough because you don't have that leverage. Okay? Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. And then from there we turn to the side and run in a straight line off. Alright, well, I think that's really all we have for you guys today. I'm not sure if this was a little shorter than usual, but just make sure to work on those. Keep working on the bridge ups, even though we only do 2 in class, 2 to 3 in class. Keep working on those. Same with the rolls, same with the jumps. All of this is stuff that you can do that isn't the actual dance in front of your TV, and it's mindless. Like, if you could just be sitting in front of the TV and doing your jump, or you could just be sitting in front of the TV and rocking up and back and forth with your legs together. Parents, something that we use, let me grab it. Maybe, oh yeah, here's. Something that we use for some of the girls who are having problems with their knees falling apart. If you have something at home, I mean, parents, if you work out and you have some kind of leg band, I don't know if you can see, to wrap around their legs, that helps with them not pulling their knees apart when they're doing their roll-ups.
So you can find those at Walmart.
Yeah, they're fairly cheap, and like I said, if you have any kind of rubbery material that can tie them together, shoelace, I don't know. Try to use it to keep, if you're noticing that their knees are falling apart, because we want something to train them to keep their knees together. So that's something else that you can try to work on. All right, thank you guys. Be safe.